Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime react channel, GizAnime. Today we're going to be watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2, Episode 41. Last episode we left off with Clayman, and we find out that he's not after Tempest Nation, like Rimuru originally thought he was. He's actually after the Animal Kingdom, where Carrion rules to slaughter who's left there to become a true demon lord, seeing as there's nobody there to guard the remaining members of that nation, who are basically the stragglers, children, elderly, things of that nature. So our team is more than likely going to head that way to stop him and to save those people. We also learn that it's being the army that's going that way to take care of them is led by Yamza, one of the five fingers of Clayman. The others being Adolman, Ninehead, which is a bootleg Kurama, and Perone. And then the fifth being, of course, Mujuron. So we've also got them to contend with, these the other four fingers that are left. And apparently Yamza is the strongest one of the remaining four. Not sure where Mujuron ranked among them. Really terrible with names, people, so forgive me for that. I really don't know how to say her name correctly. But with that said, also, don't forget about my 500 subscriber giveaway for this figure here. The Super Masters Diorama 2 Vegeta and Trunks. So that, with more details coming at a later point in time. And with that said, let's get on to this episode, and I will see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. Except they're going to interfere. That's pretty high. That said, we need a plan of action. Yo, the Great Sage / Raphael now is really clutch. Like, this is by far Rimuru's greatest power. And what's weird is, do they ever, even in the manga, reveal where it actually came from? Because it seems so random. It was talking to him in the very first episode when he died. Like it was already connected to him somehow. Raphael is part of him, right? I mean, they're essentially the same. Like, if Rimuru were to die, would the Great Sage part of him die too? Also, it's referred to in another part as, like, the words of the world. They refer to them because it talks to them when he's being reborn as a demon lord. Damn! So is it kind of like God in this world, or a divine being, or just someone who has a lot of interest in Rimuru? Like, I really vague on the details for the Raphael / Great Sage / Words of the World. They got a lot on their plate though. And Veldrora is still sitting here just with zero cares to give about anything they've talked about. Like, it's all beneath him. Shion was almost upset with herself. What in the world are they doing to her? They get along so well. Right? Over here stuffing her face. Look at these two dryad simps over here. In love with Ramirez already. She's... Right? You gotta take Shion. Especially after all you went through to save her life. Feeding that ego. Although it probably is, to be honest. Probably because of all the manga he's read. Right? Wasn't paying a bit of attention to the meeting the whole time. Too engrossed in the manga. They're really simple-minded. Yeah.
My best friend.
Right? What happened? Seems like they instantly connected. So if something does go down, he can summon Veldrora instantly. That's pretty cool. And he's actually really strong. Like, it's not just a bunch of hot air he's spewing. Of course they would want to go. Are they really strong enough to go and help if something happened? Like, I'm sorry. I think Trey could go, but the sister has to stay and Hakora would go. I don't know. That's just me. Oh! Yo, I forgot all about this guy even being a thing. Because they never bring him up.
I'm kind of retarded.
He might have been a step ahead of us, but now we're prepared. No, that guy's head's actually turning red. No, he is fuming. You know, this guy doesn't calm down and his head's gonna blow up. Something happened. Yeah. So he's a little more even-headed than he appeared at first.
Oh, poop.
Saw that coming. Oh, wow. Was it all up front, or was it to save his own life? Okay, so it was actually to save the kid's life, even though that seemed pretty painful. I guess he's able to heal him or something. Was able to attach that? Yeah. Well, that's gotta be useful. This guy has some kind of firepower or demon or something as well. Kind of like Shizu with a freak. Well, that's what I'm getting anyway. It could just be his own power. Bring them all right to Tempest Nation. Wow, he's already moving them.
You don't say!
I know Rimuru needs to rest when he uses a lot of magicals, but like, does he need to sleep? Like, people do? Yeah, like... no. Yeah, that's not an answer. Imagine being dirt tired like that and still having to go fight. No, they need a little rest. You just can't send them in like that. That's a slaughter waiting to happen. Okay. Yo, they got a pretty sizable army themselves. So, the ones that died and came back are the ones protecting Tempest Nation. Seems a little bittersweet. But now they know they have the authority to protect themselves if humans do come and attack. Yo, look at Diablo talking crap. Yo, this fight is gonna be so much cooler than the Falmouth army, like, just destruction. This is gonna be really incredible. Yo, and then just surprise attack, sneak attack, like, you're by yourselves and then in an instant you're surrounded by an army. Alright everybody, so a recap on the episode. A lot of things are happening right now. We've got Rimuru, Shion, and Ranga going to the Walpurgis thing where all the Demon Lords are meeting, and each Demon Lord can have up to 2 people with him as basically bodyguards, which I'm not even sure they really need, but okay. I guess depending on power level, because if you have someone like Diablo who is, or not Diablo. Well, yeah, Diablo too. Or Veldrora, who are literally demon level, probably above at this point in time. Maybe not true Demon Lord power, but Demon Lord power. So that could turn the tide of battle. But with someone like Shion and Ranga, I don't see them really coming in clutch to help a whole lot, but I could be wrong. So we got that going on. We've got Diablo himself staying back in Tempest Nation with a group of people who Rimuru has titled, basically as guardians of the city, the people that were resurrected. So like Yamza, the others. We have basically everybody else being transported to the animal kingdom to take on Yamza, the ice guy, the finger of Clayman, and the army that they were sent to basically slaughter the people of the animal kingdom. I'm not sure why Clayman didn't go himself, if this is one of the reasons why his success rate isn't 100%, because he's not the one actually doing the killing himself, and it's not like the ins and outs, the specifics of it elude me a little, because for one, like I said, I don't know why he's not the one doing it himself. It seems like that would be a requirement. Also, I don't know if it has anything to do with the quality of the victims or the sacrifice, as you would say or have. Not being like military people. It just being like random citizens and the elderly and the weak at that. So I'm not sure if that plays any part in it. Also, maybe if it plays, or if the quality of the soul plays a part in it, in accordance with like this world. Like, if you were to kill Veldrora somehow, would his soul only count as one soul, or would it count as like 1,000 or something because of the power he possesses? Things of that nature. Rimuru, with the help of Raphael, managed to come up with a plan to transport our side over to the Animal Kingdom and the would-be victims of the Animal Kingdom to Tempest Nation via a mass teleportation spell that's shown at the end of the episode, which makes me wonder how much magic he used to cast that and if it affected him at all. So in the forthcoming episodes, we'll probably have like the confrontation. We won't have the meat of the battle. We'll have like everybody meeting with each other. We'll also have, I forget his name, the demon lord that initially summoned Shizu, that this whole thing really got started all about, or a lot of it started about anyways. I forget his name, and I really forgot all about him. He's not somebody that they bring up often enough to really recall. Like Clayman, they're constantly talking about him. But this guy who Shizu told Rimuru to look out for, he barely says anything about. And you would think this would be like one of his major foremost thoughts, is find this guy, find out why he brought her here, find out what she meant to him, like she asked him to do. And it's just some foregone thought that he has in the back of his head. So I don't know. But Rimuru is more than likely to meet him there, and that'll be an interesting conversation, to say the least, to see. But with that said, with everything that's going on, let me know what you all thought of the episode. Keep in mind that I am having this giveaway for this figure at 500 subs, and I will see you all next time.